What's happening, family of faith, Familias Emprendedoras? Here, Ben Santiago again with a message for all of us. This morning I woke up with an interesting word or an interesting thought that has to do with us as men, how we have our priorities all messed up. We definitely do. I see it all over the place that we, instead of just focusing on what's important, we focus on the non-essential things of life, and life just keeps on moving and we stay stagnant, doing nothing. And the word that I want to share is the word that we can focus on is called dominate. We as men need to dominate our arena, whether it's in employment, whether we are in business, whether it's in our family, whatever it is that we want to focus on in life. We need to just dominate that arena. That's what made Michael Jackson the famous individual that he was, because he dominated. LeBron James dominated the basketball industry, and all of a sudden we have us men that we just take things too lightly. You know, like it can't fit in my brain the understanding that we can pass 40, 50, 60 years of our lives working for another individual for minimal amount. Like, we leave our lives in the hands of other individuals for them to control our lives, for them to dictate when we go to lunch, for them to dictate when we have days off, for them to dictate when we can go to the restroom. That is beyond crazy. Yet we continuously sell our life short and do that over and over and over and over. Yet knowing that there's other possibilities. You know, we definitely need to take life by storm. Whatever we want to accomplish in life, we need to think outside of the box. There is no way that we can continue trying to be an example. We want our children to dominate whatever industry they're in. However, we lead by example, not what comes out of our mouth. And yet we just let everyone dominate our lives. You know, that's crazy. You know, we need to set an example. We need to lead by example. If we want our children, our future generations to do something different, we need to start doing something different. And it all comes by taking whatever we want to do. We need to take it by storm. We need to just grab the bull by the horns and ride that bull into the future that we want to accomplish. You know, there is no way that we can get so excited when we accomplish something for our employers, and it's okay, you know, it's an accomplishment, but it's for our employers. You know, what about us? What about us? Like, it doesn't matter whether you make $10 an hour, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. You know, you're still tied to an employer that's going to control your life, that's going to control your future. You know, you drive what you drive because you make what you make, because you work where you work. It's just simple mathematics. You know, you live where you live because you work where you work, and it's based on your income. You know, yet we think that things are going to get better down the road. There is no way anything will get better down the road if we don't make that example. You know, there is no way that our marriages will get better down the road if we as men do not dominate that arena of the marriage. If we as men don't take control of our marriages, don't take control of where we want our marriage to be headed, there is no way in heck that that's going to get better. You know, we have the option of making things better in life. It's a matter of a decision. It's a matter of a choice. It's a matter of us being determined. It's a matter of us taking it by storm. It's a matter of us being determined and focusing on what is important for us. You know, there's a lot of things that are irrelevant for us men, yet we continuously waste our lives doing those things. You know, if we want something different up ahead, we need to focus. Now, where this all came about, listen, you know, I decided to take a trip with my wife so she can visit her family, and I started thinking, I said, man, you know, being tied down to a job, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that working is bad. I'm saying that having work manipulate your lifestyle, having work manipulate you, having work tie you down, that's where the problem comes about. You know, what's more important, your family or work? A lot of people say, no, it's that my family's important, that's why I need to work. But if we come to think about it, we spend more time working than with our family. You know, we just need to redirect our thought process. We need to redirect our future. We need to redirect where the heck are we headed. And that's where I find myself at now. There's decisions that I need to make for the bettering of my future. There's decisions that I need to make for the bettering of my family. There's decisions that I need to make where I can consider myself to be free, where I can consider myself to own my time. We understand that God is the one that determines and dictates our life, our future, but we can't just leave it all to Him and say, well, this is what God had destined for me. No. That's what your choices had destined for you, because your thought process becomes your action, and your action or your decision making become your action, and that becomes your future. You chose that route. You chose where to go, your decisions. So we just need to stop and think for a little bit. Where are we headed as men, as whether is men of marriage, men, we have a family, or fathers? Where are we headed as fathers? What example are we giving to our children? What example are we giving to our wives? What example are we giving to our community? What example are we giving to our church? What example are we giving in our place of employment? Wherever it is that you are at this moment, you need to take that area by storm. You need to grow above your circumstances. You need to grow above the others. We can't continue having that average mentality like everyone else has. You look to your right, you look to your left, and everybody has that average mentality. If that's your case, if that's my case, we need to step outside of that box. I know it's crazy, but you know what? If our friends are not friends that are going to impulse you and take you to the next level in life, as crazy as it sounds, we need to start thinking of new friends. Because that's how serious our future is. That's how serious our marriage is. That's how serious our financial life is. That we need to start thinking of who are the people that we are associated with. Who are the people in our jobs that we're associated with? Are they people with a mentality of growth? Are they people that you think that are taking life by storm, that you think that are determined enough to make things happen in life? If not, pick some new friends. It doesn't matter if you don't have any skills. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that you look around, you say, man, I can do that better than them, but they have something we don't have. You know what it is? It's the determination, is attitude to make things happen. So what we need to do is we need to determine if we have that attitude and the skill. We're going to find it along the way. As long as we have the attitude to prosper, as long as we have the energy to prosper, and we associate ourselves with the right individuals that are going to help us make things happen, then let me tell you, things will happen. It doesn't matter what it is. Things will happen, but we have to be, first of all, determined enough to make it happen. We have to be associated with the right individuals to make it happen, and we have to create that inner energy to take things by storm. It doesn't matter what it is. You take things by storm. If you take it in a negative way, hey, that's on you. But if you take it in a positive way, you can take whatever you want, you take it by storm, and you make it happen. You ride it to the end. If you have a vision to make things happen, if you have the energy to make things happen, and you have that right attitude associated with the right individual, the right group of people in the right atmosphere, I'm telling you, that is an amazing recipe to make things happen. So I leave you with this. Don't forget, the best of God is yet to come. Take the bull by the horn and take it by storm. Move it forward.